Welcome to Magic in the Middle. I'm Sarah Adams Mar-Dumont. This is a space to pause, to find clarity, and explore where science and spirituality meet so life feels lighter and more aligned and you're thriving. Episodes drop every Monday. I invite you to take this journey with me to discover the magic in the middle. I'm so happy you're here. I always enjoy spending time with you, and I feel so blessed to spend time with you and to be able to have this way of connecting together, of creating a community, of sharing ideas. I love your ideas too, and I love when you contact me. I love when you comment on episodes. So it's April Fool's Day, April 1st. But that also signifies, for me, with the intuitive calendar, we have this beautiful artist in our community, in our Qigong community for Marvelous Cheese Circle, Penny Makeress, and she creates this beautiful intuitive calendar every year. And I tell you, it shifts the energy in my office and my home, this powerful calendar. And there is a link to it in the show description. And this calendar is a beautiful guiding light. You might have heard March's episode where we talked about sowing and planting. And taking this guide of sowing and planting and being the observer and planting and sowing the seeds each day for what we want in our life. Because remember, according to quantum physics, we are the observer. What we observe is. So if I say very first thing in the morning, or even in a single moment, I am observing joy in this moment. I choose to observe joy or happiness, vitality, love. Then according to quantum physics, that is what I am observing. So now we take this and we build on that through Penny's calendar for April, which is nurturing and tending. And what a perfect guiding light, North Star, is nurturing and tending in April. We just finished with the equinox, the day and the time where light and dark are equal, the yin and yang are equal, right? And now in the northern hemisphere, Earth is bursting open with this springtime energy, this powerful springtime energy. And so we're going to take what we planted and sowed in March, and we're going to nurture it and tend it now. So even if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're going into fall, we can still nurture and tend those powerful things that we're planting. So I talk about first thing waking up in the morning and setting that vision for your day, creating your day. I used to go to Ramtha School of Enlightenment in Washington. And Ramtha taught us to create our day the very first thing in the morning, even before you get out of bed. I create my day so that I am filled with joy and I observe joy in my life. I do this every single day. Then throughout the day, I go and I nurture it and I tend it so that it will grow, just like I do with my garden. I'm a huge gardener. This is my favorite time of year because everything's growing and flourishing. And it's a perfect example of what Penny is talking about in this gorgeous calendar, nurturing and tending. So if we take the garden example, and let's say you are a gardener, and even if you're not a gardener and you just love nature and how it's growing and blooming, we can take that And we can observe the growing and the blooming. We can nurture that, allowing it to grow within us, because remember, everything that we want is within us. And typically we're taught to want things outside of us, which is fine to want things outside of us. But the thing is that we want that thing, a new house, a new car, what is it? A new iPhone, new clothes, right? Outside of us, because it's going to give us a certain feeling. So maybe just take a moment and grab a pen and paper, pencil, grab your journal. And what is something that you're wanting? What is that thing that you're wanting? Or maybe those things that you're wanting. Write them down. How do they make you feel? Like, how do you think you're going to feel when you have those things? Like, when you think about it, do you feel joy and love? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel awe? Do you feel alive? Do you feel excited? Do you feel like jumping up and down and dancing? So guess what? Jump up and down and dance, because being that person that you want to be, when you have that thing, whatever it is, if it's outside of you, it's actually already inside of you. That jumping up and down and singing and dancing, do it. Do it. Because you're being the person who has the item that you want. So go ahead and jump up and down and dance and sing and celebrate and be in awe. Or maybe you think the thing that you want is going to bring you calm and peace. So take a moment and be calm and peace, and observe yourself in this calm and peace, and feel, really deeply feel that emotion of having whatever it is you want to have, a wonderful relationship, $100 million, a brand new car, a home, a vacation, traveling first class. Feel that within you now and be that person. Step into that person of who you want to be. You want to be healed? Then you must be healed within you. And I know the monkey mind is probably going to come up and say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're sick. You can't do that. How can you heal yourself? You're in pain. No, how are you going to be out of pain? No, you can't do that. You've never traveled first class. That's just the part of you that is wanting to keep you safe, which is nothing wrong with that. That part of you is the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain wants to keep us safe, wants to keep us exactly how we are all the time. But could you imagine if you were 1 or 9 months old and you were still learning how to walk? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, but you're still that 9-month-old, that 1-year-old. You're still learning how to walk. You're still falling down and getting up. You're still eating baby food for how many years? No, we're not meant to stay the same. So the nervous system is there to protect us, and that's good. We want the reptilian brain to protect us. And you hear me say this a lot, from just stepping out in front of a car or a bus, from cutting our finger, from putting our hand on the stove. That's what it's there for. You know, it's there for when we were Neanderthals and we were living out in the open and there's a big saber-toothed tiger or a dinosaur, and then, yes, it's going to be on high alert protecting us, but not all the time. And the other thing about this to understand is being on high alert all the time isn't good for our body either. So telling ourselves and talking to that part of ourselves, and I do this every day, all day long. I remind myself to come back and nurture and tend, nurture and tend, nurture and tend. Every time I go into my garden, I go, oh, it's important for me to nurture and tend myself and take moments and pause and say, where am I? How am I feeling? The other day, I was feeling so much panic. I was feeling so much panic. And I used to have really bad panic attacks, so much that I couldn't even breathe. I thought I was having a heart attack. And I woke up in a panic the other day. I am stretching and growing so much this year. I'm enjoying this fire horse energy. The fire horse energy is the Lunar New Year. And in Qigong, everything is energy. It's Qi. Qi means energy. Gong means working, practicing energy. So the fire horse year is this intense, vibrant energy where we want to take action and we want to do things and move and grow. We're also letting go of the old, releasing old karma, and letting go of old patterns. So at the same time, what's happening though is when we go up against those edges of our nervous system, which is safety, and the nervous system says this is unfamiliar territory. For me, what happens is panic. For others, it might be some other different emotion. But definitely, for all of us, it's our monkey mind coming in and saying, no, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Oh, you think you're something big? Oh, no. What makes you think you can do that? You can never do something like that. This is really who you are. It starts litigating against you. Does everybody here know that? What I'm talking about? That litigating against you? And to me, once I realized what was going on, because sometimes, like, when I'm in it, in the panic, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing all this growing and stretching and changing, but really now I'm not. Like, look at, here I am panicking again and just the same old thing. And then I realized, boom, Sarah, you just grew past another version of yourself into another greater version of yourself. So you're walking and you fell down and you got up and you grew and you expanded. That's why you're having this panic attack. That's why your monkey mind is coming at you full force. Full force. And it was on high alert attack. I tell you, it was so, oh my gosh. And so what I did is I just started hugging myself and patting my shoulders. And I stopped. And I paused because I'm worth it. I am worth a stop and a pause. And I say that because my days are so full and busy. I am learning how to say, nope, life, this is time for me. I'm taking this time and I'm loving myself. And then I talk to the reptilian brain and I say, I see you. I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. I've grown past those edges. And I thank you. I thank you for protecting me. Your job's very, very important. But I'm going to show you something. I planted these seeds here. I sowed them. Just like my garden, I'm nurturing and tending them. And it's really important to me that these seeds grow and continue to grow. And so just like my garden. Look at these flowers, how beautiful. This food. And you know what happened? Right away. It was the trippiest, coolest thing. The reptilian brain calmed down. It was like I showed my garden and what's happening. And it's completely a natural thing. And my reptilian brain got it and it relaxed. And then I went back to the seeds I sowed in the morning and that I planted. And I went back and I nurtured and tended them. It was amazing. And then I could feel the expansion within me. I could feel the expansion within me, the beauty, the brilliance that I already am. Because that reptilian brain can be really brutal, very mean, very unkind. And remember, what we resist persists, and it will get louder and louder. So it's really important that we're gentle and kind, and also it's a part of us. It's always going to be a part of us. And if we're going to unconditionally love ourselves and teach unconditional love, gotta love that part too. It's a very important part of us. A lot of teachers teach like pushing this like out of the way and shutting it up. And essentially that's what we're doing, but it's really important to do it in a generous and kind and loving way. And in Qigong, this is what we do. We teach it with love, to let go. And maybe you're not a gardener, but you could still use the garden metaphor and look out in nature and say, look, nature is planting and sowing in March. And now it's nurturing and tending and see this beautiful growth. Or maybe there's something else for you that you tend and nurture that feels good to you and feels natural and kind. Maybe it's just taking a moment and walking outside in nature, or hugging a tree. Hugging a tree and know that Mother Nature is tending and nurturing that tree, and it's growing so much right now. And in springtime, from a Qigong perspective as well, grounding ourselves and bringing in that happiness will help us nurture and tend what is growing. Nurturing and tending what we're growing. And that happiness in the spring in the northern hemisphere is our liver energy system. And sometimes that can activate and cause additional panicking or stress or anger. Our liver detoxes anger. So we might go outside and connect with the wood element. The wood element balances the liver energy system. So we might go and sit underneath a tree if we're too embarrassed to hug the tree. We're still connecting with that wood element and see how it feels to calm the body and then refocus the mind. It's continually bringing the mind back to what you're sowing and planting. That's what nurturing and tending is, bringing the mind back to nurturing and tending. That's what we do in meditation and Qigong. We continually bring our mind back to the focus, to what we're focusing on, which is the sowing and the planting. So for me, I write it down. What am I planting and sowing today? In the morning, I write it down. So throughout the day, if I catch myself, or if I catch that reptilian brain, I say, oh, thank you for sharing. I'm nurturing and tending this. It's bringing our minds back. It's being the master, being the powerful masters that we already are. It's a practice. It's a practice. And you know what? You are creating new neural nets. So your brain will automatically start focusing on these things more and more and more. You are remapping your brain. And this is science. We have spirituality, but this is also science. You're remapping your brain, which will improve your health, improve your life, will bring vital energy to you. It's a practice like eating healthy, exercising, meditating, managing our mind and our energy. That's the number one absolute thing for me, is managing my mind and my energy. Where is my energy now? What is my mind focusing on? And guess what? You know what your signal is? When you're not feeling good and you're feeling down, boom, that's a signal. Your mind is focusing on something that you're not liking, that's not supporting you. And then it's time to change your mind and say, look, I am the observer. I am absolutely the powerful observer. And I choose to observe something else now. So I thank you for sharing. I wrote the something else down. It's right here. I choose to observe expansion, happiness, peace, joy, whatever it is for you. I choose to see how my spiritual team supports and loves me. All the gifts that life has for me. Whatever it is for you, and you go back and you keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again, you nurture and you tend it. Nurture and tend. So this, I feel, this is my responsibility for creating the life and the health that I want, because nobody else can do it for me. I am walking this journey with you. I am doing these things that I'm talking about every single day, every moment. And I fall off. And I get back on. I absolutely get back on. And for those of you who know Master Chuni Lin, Grandmaster Chuni Lin of Spring Forest Qigong, the creator, and where I get my Qigong certification, he says, it's your responsibility. All the great teachers say it's your responsibility. Your healing is your responsibility. And let me tell you something. You may fall off anytime you want to. That's your choice. And you may choose to stay in that state. That is your choice. This is all choice. We are not forced to be in these situations. We are not forced to feel a certain way. The outside world, you can choose to listen to what it's saying. That's up to you. You can choose to run it over and over and over and over into your brain. If your outside world is only joy and love and play, and then that is awesome, because If you're running that over and over in your brain, you're healthy, you're vibrant, you're joyous. If there's another reality that you're taking in that's not supporting you, then that's your choice. And you may choose to also switch it and focus on something else. Change your thoughts. Calm your nervous system by going out and hugging a tree or hugging yourself. That calms the nervous system, and you can say to yourself as you're hugging yourself and patting your shoulders, this is a somatic practice for telling and calming the nervous system when you're growing too much and you're expanding beyond what it feels safe. It doesn't shrink you back down. No. You get to stay in that powerful position and say, thank you for sharing. It's okay for me to grow and expand and feel safe. It's okay for me to grow and expand and feel safe. You can go and hug a tree and do the same thing. Take in the wood element right now during springtime when the liver is working hard. From a Qigong perspective, calm that part of yourself. Sit next to the tree, your back against the tree. Hug the tree. And you can say, I see you, I hear you, and you're doing a great job. But it's okay for me to grow and be safe. I'm taking care of us now. I am strong. I am powerful. I'm a wonderful and brilliant human being. I've taken my life to this point right here, right now. And it is amazing the territory I have covered. And no matter what, you have covered a lot of territory. You're a brilliant and amazing human being. And I see that brilliance that lives within you. I see that brilliance and what is possible for you. And you are the one that may enjoy that and expand it within you. You may have anything and be anything that you want to be. You may feel safe and calm and present and joyful and abundant and alive. It's all inside of you. And it's okay to grow and be safe. It's okay to expand and be safe. We've been doing it all our lives. I invite you to use this somatic practice and to take what we've been sowing and planting in March, and now we're building on that. I mean, Penny, this is genius. This is so genius. We're building on it now in April, when everything is bursting forward on the planet in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, it's going quiet. The nurturing and tending there is going more inside. Reflecting on the year. Going inside. What's been working for me? What didn't work for me? How do I want to expand and grow later? It's like a gardener. That's when we plant our garden. Just because fall comes and the garden starts to quiet and winter is here, the gardener is planting the next garden for spring already. This is what we're doing in the fall in the southern hemisphere, nurturing and tending what we planted in March. it still all works because we're still doing this in our lives. So to sum up this episode, Penny Makers, thank you for your beautiful intuitive calendar. We just came off of March, which was planting and sowing. We're taking the Reticular Activation System. And very first thing in the morning, we're planting, observing, being the observer. I will observe my day and how God or my spiritual team or life supports me, or I will observe happiness today, and we look around for it. We look for it. Now we're in April, and we're nurturing and planting, nurturing and planting. So we still get up in the morning, and we sow and plant those seeds. And now April, the calendar shows us, nurture and tend them throughout the day. Write down what it is you're observing and have that available for you so that if and when the reptilian brain chooses to litigate against you, chooses to come up and be mean and grumpy, you look and you say, I hear you, I see you, thank you for showing me that I'm growing and expanding, I appreciate you. We look at what we wrote down and we nurture and we tend it and we begin to observe it again. So if it's happiness and you're being litigated against, who could have that? Who could have that all the time? That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Say no. That makes me happy. My grandchildren make me happy. My garden makes me happy. Walking outside, there's happiness. I feel happiness within me when I think about my grandchildren, because I know happiness lives within me. And we say that in our brain over and over. I deserve happiness. I am a happy person. I know happiness lives within me. I know it already lives within me. And then we remap those neural nets. We remap our brain. Weeds are coming out that are not supporting us. And we're choosing. We're choosing who we want to be in any given moment. Planting, sowing, nurturing, tending, writing it down. So we're prepared for the litigation. And then we switch from the litigation back to what we wrote down, and we're observing. So we're observing and we're choosing. I love you so much, and thank you for being a part of the magic in the middle. It means so much to me, and I hope that I am supporting you. That is all that I want to do. I know what it's like to have pain and fear and depression and severe anxiety, and I've been close, very close to taking my life. I feel very lucky to be alive and to have these tools that I'm talking about. And honestly, I use them and they work for me. And they work for others. This is science. This isn't just spirituality. This is science that we're talking about here. Powerful science. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening. And if you're enjoying the magic in the middle, feel free to share. Give 5 stars. Feel free to put just to share with others what maybe you're gaining, or maybe something you learned from this that helped you. Maybe it's helping someone else, and you're helping someone else and giving back to the world. So thank you. I love you so much. I see the perfection and the beauty and the brilliance that you already are. You are a beautiful, wonderful being. Absolutely a beautiful, wonderful being.